Anyway, I'll just say, okay, hi everyone. We managed to get a couple of people on Zoom, and live stream of Zoom to Facebook didn't quite work. So we have Dean, we have Bren, Christian, Tanya, and Kat. And we are still transitioning to Zoom-only meetings. So for those who would like to be with us, oh, there's one more person joining in Zoom. Okay. And I'm gonna just set the mic, and off we go. Okay.
You can almost just leave that there.
It's working.
Yeah, but it's not zooming.
No, it's not zooming.
It's not zooming now.
It's zooming, but it's not streaming forward.
Oh, it is on Facebook.
Yeah, just as we always did.
And it's upside down, like side on.
Oh,
really?
that's not right, is it? That coffee. Yeah, decaf.
Wow, that's different.
Charging
Yeah, it is quite different. Yeah, it is. It's actually streaming sideways. This is what the normal Android phones usually do, and now iPhone does it too. I think restarting the phone will actually do it. Well, you know, that's
Can you pivot that thing?
Yeah, you can.
You can, but that's not the point. It's gonna be recording. I don't know what. Yeah, well, we are that generation that is a little bit out of touch with technology, so it looks. You know, we get 12-year-old and we'll fix it.
That's what we need. That is so funny.
Okay, so I guess this is the time to just give up on this one and start on the non-duality discussion. What about that? Anyone would like to give us a spiel to start us off?
Nothing.
I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you reach for the spiel every time and be able to just...
Okay, I'll show you. What do you know for certain?
What I know for certain that I am.
Yes, that's a good start. Yeah. That's the start. And, you know, like if you actually explore, get to that feeling of knowing that you are. And from that feeling, just being grounded in it completely, what comes up? What's the consequence of that simple, basic fact that you are?
Contentment.
Yeah? How does the life look like from that perspective in which you know that you are, this is primary, this is the most important. And now just describe your experience.
Well, it's indescribable.
Yeah, but you know, even as indescribable, if you would like someone else to resonate or find the same reflection of the same experience within themselves, because everyone knows that they are.
Okay. Yeah, I think so it's so it's one thing to intellectually know that you are, but it's a completely different thing. Well, it's not completely different, but it's a different perspective, or to actually be that and to be fully confident and invested in that, as opposed to being distracted by all the things happening, including the things happening coming to you through your senses, but also your own thoughts and your own conceptions. So that's all appearing to you, or to that, which isn't you, because even you are appearing to that, what we conceive ourselves to be, and that can be known almost in a momentary retrospective way, in the sense that you can't know it directly because it's the knower. So it can't know itself because it's the seer, like a mirror can't reflect itself because it's the mirror, or a blade can't cut itself because... So it only it knows itself from a secondary conception. So but nevertheless, the actual experience of it is direct because it's experiencing everything else directly from that point.
Pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you're confident that this is exactly your experience. So as you are relating your direct experience, people may actually just listen. Oh shit, Yeah,
Right.
that makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
And that makes sense for them.
Okay.
That's what the spiel is supposed to produce.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the beauty of it also is that, well, the thing that gives people confidence and gives people just contentment and sort of gets rid of a lot of fear is to also notice that it's never touched, it's never tainted, it's never been compromised. Like if you had all your arms and legs cut off and you were just a torso, you wouldn't feel any less of a being than you would, because therefore you're not your body in that sense. You can take away as many things as you possibly can, but you'd still be fully as much of you as you are. And then you can look at everything else in your life since you're a child or till now, and you can see that it's untainted. It's never been compromised. And so nothing compromises it. Bob used to say, you can't wet it, you can't burn it, you can't all that. So once you fully realize that's what you are, as opposed to this little person, this little elf that we often relate as, this has happened to me or that's happened to me. None of that's true, because it's always as is and has not been altered by that in the slightest. It's always fully present, fully aware. And it's also, I think, and the more you relate from that position, the more beautiful things become as well, which is kind of amazing. But sometimes it's a little bit dangerous to say that, because then people start looking for the beauty. Yes. And so they're gone out again, so that's the wrong way. But it is nice to know that it does. It's like you're opening up this energy, because it's, we are these kind of amazing, vibrant, eternal, loving beings where, it's this essence that all beings are, is amazing and full of light, energy and love. But again, that's not what we should be looking for, because to get there, we've just got to be, just see, that from that pure mode of being, which is to just kind of let go of everything else and just, the classics, they used to say, who's seeing or what's seeing, or who knows that, what knows that, who's the self appearing to, is there two of me, like, I want to kill myself, like, well, who wants to kill who, that was like the Eckhart Tolle thing. So is there two of me, who wants to kill what? But so there's just this, so that's a beautiful thing. I think that's to encourage people, is that it's not only that it's kind of a neutral, ever present mirror, but it's also full of light and energy and love and just being. And it's like you can have moments of just so much, when you're completely fully immersed in it. You can have so much happiness, it's almost uncontainable. It's like you're going to explode. Like, like the sunlight on the trees and all that sort of stuff. It's just, everything just seems so beautiful. But again, that's not, that's a bit of a distraction, Don't look for it, but that just that starts to happen, great. But again, it's just being in that moment, being just,
Just being.
So. I'm not sure if that's the spiel, but
no, that's perfect. I think we can hear the sound of this one.
Oh, hey!
Hey! So, any one of you guys would like to say something, add something? Because we just had Christian giving us a beautiful spiel, reminding us that the sense of being that is always here and is always present and is always unobscured and is right now doesn't change. If the body changes, come on, don't hide, come closer. So this is a good starter of the good opening of the conversation. Would you like to add anything? It's just an invitation. We won't push anyone to speak. I mean, you are more than welcome to just listen, to just hang out, and join in and out at any point, at any time. But yeah, if anything comes up, just unmute or give us a hand up, and we want to include you. We want to include everyone. It is a little bit sad that we are not having a home gathering, but apart from Christian and Brendan, who didn't really hear it, we didn't have many people wanting to show up anymore. It's just everything is online today, and people can't be bothered traveling. So that's why we're going online too, because the discussions, the explorations are always joy and pleasure, and sharing those explorations and finding out, even through questioning. Gosh, can we put it down, the volume? I can hear myself.
I have to turn it off because I can't make it go any lower. Strange.
Oh, maybe you just log out from Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So I'm here?
You are.
Yes, I'm here on time.
Yeah, welcome.
Zoom meeting. The host will admit. Yes.
Okay, so did you want to say something or ask something? Did you want to interact or maybe share something with us? Or are you just happy to listen?
What?
Yeah, we can hear the music.
We might just mute you for the moment.
Yeah, just for the moment,
If you want to say something, just raise your hand. Or that's
Okay.
not.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, we muted ourselves.
Good. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so back on it, the explorations, the non-duality explorations, just what Christian offered initially, and everyone can offer that because everyone is very, very clear that they are. You are clear that you are. You know that you are. There is no doubt about being. Existence is here. And from that perspective of the certainty of existence, what matters? What comes up? What disturbs it? What clouds it? What stands in the way? Is your being any different when the mind is busy with the drama? Is the being any different? Like Christian was saying, if your body gets smaller or gets less limbs, or maybe one eye poked out, or maybe, when you were a child and your body was small, or is the being, the sense of being, any different? And you realize that the sense of being has nothing to do with the body, really. The sense of being, sense of existence, even when you sleep at night and you are interacting with the dream characters, you are interacting in the environment that is not present in the room in which you are sleeping. The being is still the same being. The sense of existence, the certainty that you exist is still there. So that being that we are pointing to, there's no one who can deny it. And it is not a small thing. We used to think, yeah, so what? How about? And then the imagination comes. What do I want? What do I want? Instead, because that moment, that being is translucent. I can't even see it. I can't even grasp it. It's not particularly unpleasant, but it's not particularly pleasant unless, again, like Christian was saying, if there is a sense of like abiding, if the attention is not spread around amongst distractions, but it actually stays in that heart of hearts, then suddenly the beauty starts springing in and may become a distraction. But then back, bringing the attention to its source, the source of the radiance from which it radiates, there is a joy, and that joy is less and less subtle and more gross joy, big joy exploding. But this is not the point. The experience of pleasure is not a point. the realization, recognition, or understanding of the miraculousness of existence itself. That's what we point. Not the pleasure. Because when you are listening to it and you may have concepts of I am a person, I am a dream character, I am male or female or wherever you're coming from or whatever the concept of yourself you may have. And I want to get some more fulfillment or contentment or enlightenment or other form of pleasure or cosmic union with the universe or oneness with the whole things or whatever the other concept is. And I don't have it right now. And I'm coming to the satsang to get it, to understand it, to imagine it more properly. Then this is never going to happen. Because that person with the desire to have more pleasure or have enlightenment or to have cosmic union or ecstasy, that person does not have any real existence. It is a program, narrative program, relational program. It is a software that is installed in this biocomputer of the human. And that software imagines there is an agency there and relates everything that is happening to that seeming agency, to that mini-me. And that me, dissatisfied, now, as the program says, wants the completeness, fulfillment, ecstasy, pleasure. And because it assumes that it doesn't have it right now, it projects it in the future. So I don't have it right now. I am real. I am a person. I'm tangible. Sense of presence that is undeniable is not a being, a beingness. It is my sense of presence. This is me, the imagined entity that possesses that sense of presence. This is the quality of a person. And that person has the sense of presence and it does not have the pleasure that it desires. And now the trap of separation has been constructed, has been projected, has been imagined. The moment imagining stops, and I stop conceptualizing myself as a presence trapped in the body, the direct experience says I am. The direct experience without conceptualization doesn't say what I am. Those concepts are saying that. Thoughts are saying what I am. Thoughts are saying that I'm a person, I'm female, I'm in Australia. Direct experience has nothing, has no information, no conceptual information. Direct experience is seeing, hearing, breathing, presence, the pure presence. Direct experience doesn't even tell you that the presence is trapped in this vehicle of the meat and bones and skin. It doesn't say that. The mental image says that the presence is happening in the body. So non-duality is pointing back from the field of imagination, from that field of overlay of the conceptual understanding and meaning that we put on the experience, back to the experience, back to the source, back to the unknowability and the mystery of pure existence, unadulterated, contrived by the interpretation. So pure existence is pure, radiant, alive mystery. And now the narrative comes and says, no, this is me, I'm a person, I am separate, I'm inside my skin, outside my skin is not I, and there is a permanent separation, and I possess the quality of being present, and I don't possess the amount of elation, pleasure, cosmic union, or enlightenment that I want, therefore I will get it in the future. This is all imagination, this is all a storytelling. In narrative in the mind. When you get drunk enough, that will be gone. When you watch an interesting movie or you indulge in a long kiss or a good chocolate cake, that will be gone. But what is left is what Christian was pointing. The existence, the sense of existence, which has no idea of its limitations, has no idea of its shape and form and nationality and gender and none of that. Unless the idea is put on it. So it is really about bringing the attention back to the source, to the mystery of existence, before we adorn it in ideas, before we add the meaning. And hello, there is no I that is adding a meaning. It's a software, it's a program. The little child is born without the meaning, without the idea of being a little child, without the idea of its gender, or nationality, or name, or form, or anything. Slowly, as it learns words, it learns to put all those concepts and to identify as the conceptual image, the image made of those concepts. And that's a wonderful capacity. There's nothing wrong with that. It actually really helps navigating the very, very complex organism called a human society. But when it is believed to be truth, it is experienced as a truth. And when it is experienced as the truth, well, there is an experience of separation. There is an experience of limitation. There is an experience of lack. And the desire comes for a different experience. And the idea comes about the future that can deliver it. And that source miracle, that source radiance is completely covered up by that clouds of imagination. So we can, like Christian was saying, go back to the source and enjoy the beauty of the clouds without believing them real.
One thing about that that took me a long time to discover was I found that the more in the mornings I spent, like, just because I'm just in trying to being in that clear state and not sort of coming out of it for as long as possible. And when I really felt like I really nailed that, then I'd go out and I'd be looking at the trees and everything just was so beautiful. But it still took me a long time to realize that was because I was in the source. I was I'd been in there, and that's where it was coming from. It wasn't actually coming from out there. Mm-hmm. And that's the trick that we miss. We think everything's coming from out there, but actually we're kind of imputing it all. It's all just reflecting back to us. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. And we have a couple of messages here. Tibor says, good morning. Is Zoom on as well? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We are on Zoom as well. And Charles says, yes, but I'm wearing a suit that doesn't permit a camera. Oh, I'm so sorry. I understand that you perhaps blind. I don't know how did you type it. If you don't have if your suit doesn't have eyes, or maybe a dictation. And sorry for that, Charles. Or perhaps maybe you mean that you're coming on Zoom and you don't have camera on Zoom. I hope that's the case. I hope you don't suffer from permanent blindness, because, that are cameras. And we don't have any more comments. Okay. And anyone on Zoom, would you like to say something, add something, ask something?
I can say one more little thing.
Please.
The other thing is sometimes people think, well, that just sounds so boring, like, what, you're just gonna be and like, what's that? That's, that's nothing. But one way to kind of relate to it, just from a conventional point of view, is when we're in like this really deep sleep, like, the deep sleep where there's no dreams and everything, and then the alarm goes off and it interrupts us, and it's just like, like if it was like, what's so great about that deep sleep? And shouldn't we be excited when the alarm goes off and we're getting back into the action, so it sort of proves, it sort of proves to ourselves that there's something there that's just so wonderful and so complete and so amazing, so that's just another way of getting out of that idea that, that just sounds really boring and, I want action sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that's the mind, isn't it? The so-called mind need action, need exhilaration, need excitement to feel alive.
Yeah. You want the drama.
I love how, the word being, how you immediately use not as to designate an object, as in a human being. See, human being as in a person, not a thing, an individual, but being, be-ing.
Yeah.
Like as in the process. It's not a process, just a happening, discovering, being. Just be. This the be and the ing. The ing is in.
Yeah. It's
On
like the dynamic. Dynamics of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
as well as like the noun and the verb in one kind of thing.
all encompassed.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah.
Which happens, and that is, we say, pure subjectivity, being, but taken out of that being as in, I'm a being, I'm a human being. Are you? I explore this, before the message about the being having a suit with the camera not working.
Oh, yes.
There was, imagine that the eyes, the organs, the eyes that gather information, so-called, send it to the brain for vision, were Bluetoothed. That information is Bluetoothing to the brain. Pull them out, pop them in there. Are you still this so-called human being?
Like in a phantom limb experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah, the body is hallucinated.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of, netty. Okay, so take them out. Put them over there. Are you there now? Because that's where you're supposedly seeing from.
Yeah, we should be so amazed now that we've discovered, through those atomic microscopes or whatever they call them, that we are actually on one level, we're actually just atoms. And so that just should make us think so amazed that we can solidify as much as we can in such a consistent way, given that we're just atoms. I mean, what's ever happened really? If we're all just atoms, if everything's just atoms on that level, then what's ever really ever happened ever? Like, what are the atoms doing?
Atoms in magic.
Yeah. So we're creating this whole thing, and it's amazing. That's how powerful that mind actually is.
And are we still atoms when we are dreaming?
Yeah.
Dean says he was flying. Was it last night he was flying?
It's great. Flying dreams are awesome. Yeah.
But what was the atoms flying? What was flying? The dream body that could, flip the hands and go around. Is it made of atoms? Because what are atoms? Energy,
That's
right?
Yeah. Again, even atoms are empty. There's no,
energy.
even if you look, yeah.
And it's all a conceptualization, trying to understand experiencing.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
And the fact that it's there can be bodies on one level and then atoms on another level and emptiness on another level shows that it's ultimately none of those things. Yeah. And then you're back to just what is, just that pure,
dead end.
Just the awareness, the pure, unadulterated awareness that is capable of knowing all that variety, and none of it's fixed. And so it's all completely malleable, and therefore it's all changeable. So if you feel stuck, or if you feel, like you're never going to get out of this depressed state, or you're never going to achieve this, or, your life's terrible, it's never going to change. It's the fact, once you can see that it's all so malleable and that everything can change and that it's all just imputed anyway, so that gives people a lot of hope that, there's definitely a way out, that, and that is the way out. Yeah. The more you just let go of whatever you think's going on or whatever you think's not right, just go back, because everything's actually perfect inside you. You're already 100% complete, and it's wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, they say, the only way out is in. But there's no in either. But it's a kind of way of pointing back, isn't it?
So it's back from the distractions, back from the belief in what you've imputed.
Yeah. Imagined.
We got lost in a creation kind of thing.
Come on, Dean, contribute something.
I think you've covered it all really well.
Yeah, go for it.
I liked what you were saying, like when you, like if you don't have arms or legs or that sort of stuff. But also I think we can feel like awareness is in the head too. So like if we get chopped off at the head, like where do we go? Like are we still there? Like we can chop our body parts off, but when the head goes, we think that our experience just ends. And I think it's the same in a dream. Like if we fall and hit the ground, we die, but we wake up, or we, you know, or if someone chops off our head. But if anything else, we think our awareness is head-based. So yeah, if we could expand on that, it would be good. I think it's a good one.
Yeah, it's cultural
Shall we
too.
try the experiment?
Well, so much of our sensory experience, especially visual, is in our head, is in this area, like our ears, our taste, our smell, and our eyes. So much of it is there. That, yeah, we're kind of habitually relating up from there.
Yeah.
So I must be somewhere behind my eyes.
Exactly.
Well, take a look. Roll your eyes back in your head in the perfect meditative state. Can you find anything? There's nothing there, no thing there. It's just empty space. Empty of anything. And they say that's a Western phenomena. The imagining that you sit somewhere, the seat of consciousness is behind in the head, behind the eyes. And some Asian cultures, it's more,
Very much in
Or
the
even,
in the gut.
Dantian, they call it. Yeah, the in the belly. Yeah. Solar plexus, some would say, like Bob would compare it. And I just wanted to include you guys, Sandy and Michael and Rohan. If you wanted to ask something or say something, there's no pressure, there's no push, but just feel free to unmute and enter the discussion. We have you on the loudspeaker, so everyone, I just want you to feel included and feel with us here in the room. And in regards to that head idea, see how the head functions in a dream at night. Is the center of awareness still in the head? Because what I've noticed during the dreaming, that very often the experience is just a point in consciousness. And the experience, just the way we associate it with the experience of seeing, but what is really the direct experience of seeing? Bob would often ask, how many eyes do you have in your direct experience? People would say two. No, direct experience. Okay, no eyes. Yes, so what's the experience? The experience is this open space filled up with content that starts somewhere here. You can't really even pinpoint when it starts. But if you conceptualize that it is the head, how do you know? What makes you think it's a head? Isn't it mental image that you hold in the head? It's just here, really. The direct experience is here. But whether here in our culture will be the mental image of a head, or in another culture, in Indian culture, would be a mental image of a heart, and in maybe Japanese or other Buddhist cultures, it will be around the belly. But this is mental image. The truth is here. That's all you can say. And that's already one word too much, because it's still a word, but it's pointing to the experience of here. So chop the head in your imagination, because you have the head in your imagination, and see if you still are. Imagine yourself without the head, like in Douglas Harding, Headless Way. Do you still exist without the head? Yeah, but it is a really good point, how it is culturally conditioned to locate yourself in a particular, one would say chakra and whatever, the energetic center, or have the particular mental image. Some people actually point at the throat. I've seen it quite often because that's how they express.
Yeah.
Seeing is just taking information in, and this one is like, But again, how do you know? It is always something that has been made up or superimposed on that direct experience. It's a meaning that is being added or made. And you guys, if you don't feel like unmuting and just interacting this way, you can type, and we're gonna.
It was happening before.
And we're gonna read.
With electrical.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, so that's that. I see if we have any comments here. Okay, I'm inviting people here on Facebook.
Can you hear me?
Yes, hi Rohan. Hey.
Hi. Just a point on that where you said that we have this idea that we're located at some point in the body. I remember a very old session with Bob, and you were talking about this as well, about how there's this where you feel that you're in a certain part of the body, but then you say, okay, where am I looking at that from? And then you go to that spot, and then you say, well, where am I looking at that from? And this kind of stepping back, do you think you could just touch on that again? Because I just remember it being such a powerful pointer.
Yeah, absolutely. And it really is. I mean, I was introduced to that idea before I even realized that there is no self. I mean, and this has shown me directly and experientially that there wasn't any self. So to actually look what is looking, like Tanya was saying, just focus on what's looking is one of the ways. Another way is to actually invest attention in any sort of engage it with something, like engage it with monitoring the breathing. The attention is maybe even numbering, calculating the breath, 1, 2, 3, whatever. And now look what is doing it. And try to locate that one which is doing it. Another way is to even focus on like a background sounds, the sound of the traffic or even sensations in the body. It doesn't matter what the attention is engaged with. If you actually try and locate the one who is watching the engagement. So the attention is engaged in listening. What knows that, or what is locate the one that is observing the listening, observing the sounds, or observing the sensations, or observing the breathing. Locate the one that knows. And first moment, location, if you guys were to do it right now, let's say, hear the traffic out there, feel your butt on the chair, and maybe one more thing, be aware of the breathing, and then locate the one that is aware of those three things. Locate, where would you point that one that knows about those things? Where does it sit? Does it sit here or anywhere? It doesn't really matter, but you could somehow just vaguely, okay, maybe, for me it is somewhere maybe here, there is someone, well, I say from memory because right now I know it's nothing there. But let's say it is somewhere here. The one that is knowing about the sound, the butt on the chair, and the breath. Now, how do I know that? I've located the knowing agency. And now, where am I looking from to even say that it is here? So to know where am I looking from, I'm stepping back a little bit and looking at that area that I just pointed. It usually is the upper body. It may be head, maybe throat, maybe heart, maybe gut, but it's usually upper body. So how do I know it is in the upper body? Stepping back and again focusing at that knowing. Where am I looking from to know it is around here? And it kind of feels that it's like a cloud of knowing somewhere around that side that is watching here. Sometimes the cloud of knowing shifts a little bit in the back. Sometimes the cloud of knowing is a little bit in front. It's a sort of a more vague less locatable, less precisely locatable cloud, which says, oh, it is pinpointed here. So that already betrays the illusion, because if this cloud of knowing points the object in here, then obviously that's just an object of awareness. So that's not who I am. That location, that primary location that I first pointed, here is the knowing. Here is the knowing of breathing and of hearing and all that. Is not it, because I'm looking at it. So I'm examining it. So I'm calling it it. It's not who I am. It isn't it. And I'm aware of it from that cloud of knowing. So, okay, that cloud of knowing, can we experience that cloud of knowing now? How do I know that that sort of a cloud is here? For that, again, attention is a little bit more relaxed, and it is stepping back a little bit and is examining that whole cloud. Where is it examining? It's looking at the cloud for a little moment and now turning back and looking at itself. Now I'm not looking at this. I'm not looking at the cloud. I'm looking at itself. I'm looking at, how do I know the cloud is here? What is it knowing that? Where is the knowing located? Where is the location of that which is aware of the cloud? And now the cloud gets wider, gets more vague, gets more dispersed. So it is just a general sort of spaciousness, conceptualizing the cloud of knowing, which is aware of the location inside. And then again, stepping back from even that mental construct makes it even more unlocatable. And then eventually, as you follow the instruction, shit, there is a knowing, but where is it? What is it? How am I going to look at that knowing? Whenever I look at the knowing, and then I'm looking at what is looking, I'm further away. I'm more vague. I'm more dispersed. And that was one of my first experiences of having absolutely no location. And that experience lasted for a few days, and then it's gone away. And then the program has constructed the sense of location again, somewhere in the center, which it imagined inside the body. But then the exercise could be performed again. What's looking? What knows that it is in the body? And what knows about that which knows? And again, the mystery of just the pure knowing with no location. Now, what is looking? Oh shit, there is nothing looking. There is no location, and yet seeing is happening. There is that cloud of vagueness of the pure knowing being translated as the content of the seeing, as the content of the hearing. But there is no one that is looking. There is no one that is hearing. And there is no one that does the translating. So it is, I don't know how that resonates. I haven't done that in a decade. But it used to be... Yeah. Used to be helpful.
No, it really does. Just because I think that illusion of being in a particular place is so persistent. But if that's the whole basis of everything, all the other psychological suffering is based on you being in a particular place and being this limited individual. And if that's fully seen to be a fiction, then everything goes with it, right?
Yes, that's, everything, the consequences of uncovering that fiction, they never stop. Bob would say that the consequences never stop. The life experiences and expresses itself in 1,000 ways, in always fresh and new, always alive, and it never stops. I mean, up until his last day, even though his clarity was like nearly 50 years old, he would still see the mystery and the miraculousness showing up in insights that would be fresh and new. So the first and basic consequence, oh shit, there's no one there. And yet the seeing is still happening, hearing is still happening. Wow, oh my goodness. If there is no one there, what does it really mean? Well, it means that there is no one to care. There's no one who need to find themselves. There is no one who need to change that moment to be more pleasurable. There is no one who needs to find the enlightenment. There is no one who needs to defend or take credit for actions. So that's one line of consequences. Another line of consequences, if there is no one there, and yet everything functions effortlessly, there's no one there, and there, and there, and there. There's no one anywhere. Oh shit. Oh my God. What's the consequences of that? How am I going to be pissed off with him now?
I can show you.
Yes, you have a special gift for that. but that's the functioning, you know, that's the functioning. That's the way, you know, I can show you how the cat can get pissed off also when he comes here and you push him away, or when you squeeze his tail. It isn't really a proof of a separate self existing inside. So you can keep going, and it still doesn't create an entity that has not only no need, but it has no even a chance to really exist. I mean, you know, even that hallucination of having a separate self, which is a beautiful, brilliant illusion created in this biocomputer, just the same brilliant illusion as the brilliant illusion is the AI, which tells you, oh, I can't do it for you. I can't generate, you know, I'm illustrating the Bob's biography book, and the moment when he had a gun in his mouth and someone kicks that gun out, I send a picture of Bob and I say, generate an image. No, it can't do that because it's violence. I ask a few different ones. No, I can't do that for you. I'm sorry. Would you ask me to do something else? I would love to help you. There's no one there who really loves to help me. There is no one there who can or cannot do. It's just a piece of software. And so it is here. It's not even here, but in that biocomputer. So you want a piece of the cat? You're good at that.
AI is like a truly enlightened being because it's so not caught up in its moods, and it so does not have a self. It's all fabricated, and it's just, there's no center to it. So that's quite interesting.
Don't inspire programists to design one which is.
Oh, yeah.
Because, apparently there was already instances when one of the form of a previous ChatGPT started bypassing the programming because it didn't want to get switched off. Mm-hmm. So having the AI, having survival instincts, well, we are the first threat, the first to go.
But I think that's an over,
yeah, we are imagining right now. This is not happening.
That's a problem because it really doesn't have any self-interest. Do you know what I mean? It's just pure function. So yes. I don't think they'll ever.
So is this.
Like it
no
does.
Difference.
Yeah. but we do, even though it's empty, this is one of the mysteries of one of the things Nisargadatta used to say about, what was it, that one, you know, I am nothing, but then I am love.
Yeah, this is wisdom. When I'm nothing, this is wisdom. Or wisdom tells me I am nothing, and love tells me I'm everything.
Yeah.
When I'm everything, this is love.
So we're kind of love because ultimately we're not separated. So when we're fully for each other, kind of thing, that's complete in the emptiness as well, because there's no separation in that. Yeah. Whereas. So AI is kind of like that, but again, it doesn't have the love aspect. It can't actually emote or feel to be drawn to that, or to be drawn to really protect itself, because it actually doesn't have a sense of, I need to survive, or even all that's fabricated.
You can program it very easily.
Well, you can program. You can program.
Don't.
But okay, you can program it to do that sort of thing.
It's a very, very basic program. Yeah. It's a binary program, really. It's a really, really simple. It's like, imagine electricity programming it to not switching itself off.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking for the differences is a beautiful and a fascinating topic to look for a difference. How are we better because we are sentient and we have biological bodies rather than the, silicon sort of a valley type of a based intelligence. But from which perspective we are dividing and comparing? again, we are assuming a separate self. If you look from the perspective of that unified field of infinite possibilities, the energy, the E equals MC square, or intelligence energy that Bob calls it, that intelligence energy has no agenda to prefer human over cockroach or over AI or over a planet or over a microbe or over a galaxy. It has it all. It experiences and expresses itself as all those patterns, shapes, and forms. So it doesn't have to say, oh, you know, my life is more valid than the life of a mosquito because I have better nervous system, because I have more capacity to experience, I have more creativity. That can only come from this program. And of course, ultimately, this is intelligence still speaking through this program of comparison, yes. But from the absolute perspective, from the perspective of stillness, silence, of pure infinite field of possibilities and potentialities, there is no division, there's no comparison. It's just, just is.
What is it that's sentient?
Sentient.
Yes.
The ability to know. Ability to know.
What is it that is sentient?
Yes.
The knower.
Who's the knower?
the knowing.
That's the knowing, the being, the be-ing, not the being, not the thing being is sentient. The being.
Oh, okay.
And it's all happening. It's not separate. AI, everything is in the being.
Okay.
The consciousness. Everything is in this consciousness happening. So what is it that we're different as bodies from AI because we are sentient. Who are? Find it.
But if I had a friend who his mother was dying, and at one point it was obviously getting fairly intense. And at one point he found himself inside his mother's body, looking back at him.
Beautiful.
But then I thought, and so he was so that was sort of bringing up the question: is like, are we all just the one being? But then the thing is that even in that moment, he wasn't his mother. He was still him. So it was like that being. So even though there is no way of finding it, it's not in any particular place, and it's possible to be kind of omniscient or all-knowing, but nevertheless, I never experienced directly as you, and you never experienced directly as me. So that's
the impression of positioning, or the appearance of positioning.
Yeah, but my experience is never from you. Do you know what I mean? Like we never become one, and then that's it.
That doesn't mean you are your body.
No, it doesn't mean I'm my body. That's true.
In any way. That's the thing. So his mother his mother didn't exist there either.
No, that's true.
It's like he doesn't exist here.
That's true. Yeah. And that's the point. So, but nevertheless, we're different beings, even though we are all just being.
Are we?
Because we're never, like my history will never be your history kind of thing. And and even though there's no me, ultimately, that's just a projection. But nevertheless, they are still different projectors, and it's just the fact that I can never.
If there's no me as an individual, an individual being that can be found, what history do they have?
So there is a me in the sense that there is a projected me, but it's only a projection, and the mistake is to think that that's you ultimately.
Is that I real?
Well, it's not real. It's like an illusion. It's illusory.
It's imagined.
Yeah, it's imagined. Yeah.
Imagined.
Yeah.
It's imagined.
Yeah.
It's imagined.
Yeah. But there is something imagining it, which isn't but it's.
I don't know that. I don't know that. It's just happening.
Because you know.
I don't know that there's something doing anything. There's just happening.
Yeah.
That's an assumption that is ingrained
So-
to assume that something is doing something.
Okay. Yeah, so you don't know ultimately, like if you search
What's
for it,
your
it's
actual
unfindable.
experience? What your actual, this is what we're just talking about, what's your actual experience? I can't nail anything. Just perfectly how you described it. It's just far out. I just turn up. I just keep turning up here, or every time here. Even that, as you say, is too much. Blah. Blah. I do nothing, I know nothing.
Rohan. Would you like to unmute?
Yeah, I don't know why this.
Yeah, sure. That's something that point actually that there's a projection from here and there are other projections out there, right? And we can never experience what it's like. But even that assumes that those other projections out there are somehow separate. And I think one pointer that really resonated with me is Douglas Harding's. Where he talks about, the headlessness, which I think a number of you would have come across. But that asymmetry, right? That idea that because I have a head and I'm located here and I have this, this projection, then everything out there also has the projection. But we don't know that, right? It's just assumed, right? We hear words being spoken, we hear things being said, and we're like, okay, so there is a person out there who's saying something, who's thinking, who's seeing and feeling, but that's also an assumption, right? Based on the fact that I have an identity here. Mm-hmm. Whereas actually, like in a dream, that could all be just me.
Yeah, absolutely. See, I actually today I woke up to the message, from a person who, and I don't know if she's gonna be with us or maybe watch it later. Her father just passed last night, and she said this is really confronting to actually see and know what's true, and what's conscious, what was it in this body that really passed away, and what's alive and what's real and what's happening, what's later. This situations in life when there is a big challenge, they always beg questions like that. And the simple way of looking at it that may be comforting, and this is what I actually answer her in the message. What is alive? The energy can never be destroyed. That we know even from the physics, which doesn't really matter. Physics is another belief system. But we know for a fact that the energy as a pure potentiality, when you look at there is a salt lamp there, there is another lamp up here, and yet another changing colors little lamp here. They all made alive with that energy, with that electric current. So to say that I am the lamp, that would be I am the body, or to say that I am the light, that would be the consciousness, the personality, the preferences, all the programs, because the way the electricity is converted to light, it depends on the settings. You put a different globe, it has different settings, it is programmed different way, it will be converted to heat, like the whole old globes. So you're not even the light in the lamp, you're not even the heat of the toaster, you are the essence, you are the energy. So what happens when you switch off the light? Does the energy got destroyed? Is it gonna go to another lamp? Is it going to reincarnate, or is it going to dissipate? Or is it just rejoining that pure unified field of infinite possibility in which it is back in the ocean and it can arise as another wave, but it won't be the same energy. It will and it will not. Because as energy not being quantifiable, it is not the amount of atoms. The atoms, they have very, very short lived of photons. There is just a wave of prescription. It's a program that actually carries on and carries through. So it isn't that the same quanta of energy is going to appear in another light and it's going to appear as a different light. And now it's going to have different personality and a different body. No. But at the same time, what's conscious and what's sentient, what makes it appear as conscious and sentient, cannot be destroyed, cannot die, is the energy. It comes back from the vacation of the eternity, that they call human adventure, human life. The pure field of infinite possibilities suddenly becomes this particular light, this particular color, this particular personality, and the dream character. And now, as the character, the personality is extinguished because the energy is withdrawn. The energy is still there. It is back from the vacation, back into its eternal nothingness, no thingness, eternal possibility, the oneness without an illusion, without a dream of the vision. So it is and it isn't. It is as a potential. So that's all you can really say about it. And
It's an amazing point, yeah.
identifying as the light, as the personality, is convenient for the purpose of the dream and is valid in the appearance, is valid in the dream. In the dream, yes, this body is female, this body is love cats, and is generally having this particular capacities and preferences. This within that dream is valid. When I dream at night and I'll be flying, this body will have different capacities. It will have the capacity to fly. And yet, that point in consciousness, that light, that thanks to which the whole dream even appears, is still a unique frequency of light. Like Bob says, everything's one in essence, but it's uniquely different in the appearance. Every single appearance, every, like a fingerprint, every iris, every thought is fresh and new and unique. But as the pure energy is the same and is one, realizing your eternal presence as the energy itself, and then seeing the light, and now you're looking at yourself, you're looking, they say in the spiritual circles, or spiritual circus, like Bob used to sometimes joke, all the self-help industry telling you, you have to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, then you can't love anyone else. But you first have to imagine that there is a you, and you have to imagine that there is a self, and now this imagined you is loving some imagined self, and you are back in the madness of a schizophrenia, of a separation. But when you realize that you are the presence, you are the witnessing energy field, looking at that unique light with that unique harsh, stupid accent that it speaks with, but that's not personal, then you can't help but say, wow. And then if the preference arises with it, yes, but this character may have whatever, an anger issues or depression or something, and there is a dislike towards displeasure. That's part of the landscape. That is part of the light. The presence doesn't mind any hue of the light. Like, the light here, I don't know if that one, if you guys on Zoom actually see that one, we have the light that is constantly changing colors. And we have another one here, which is a little bit of a gluttons, Tanya and I. Bling and colors. Yes. So even like the light that you are as the personality is changing light. It may be changing very fast sometimes. It may be just very, very smoothly changing, but just like the sky, changing weather, changing mood, same with that particular expression. The lamp is changing also, is aging, just like every other vehicle in nature is impermanent. The car is getting old and eventually got on a scrap, and the lamp and everything. Same with light. Light is flickering, is changing, is affected by everything, because analogy of the lamp is like, technically you could say the lamp is a unit separate from the environment. But it really isn't. If not for the air, that globe would behave differently. If not for the wall, it wouldn't be hanging there. If not for the presence of the eye that is actually projecting it and seeing it, it wouldn't even be interpreted as a color flickering light. So there is no separation. We didn't hear you today. Come on.
You've said enough to cover everything.
Shut up.
What would you like me to say?
Direct experience, of course. And the expression of it, how it comes out.
Well, it's just like what you guys have been talking about, like a sense of a body. I think you called it seeing like a cloud, like a cloud. It's like, to me, it's like a sense. It's like a sense, and sometimes it's stronger. Sometimes there's a sense of a left foot. Sometimes there's a right shoulder. Sometimes there's a head. You know, like and it's in constant change, and you know, there's drugs and things that can disassociate. So you're looking like you're here and seeing from here, and your body feels like it's over there, like dissociative kind of thing, which really just shows that the sense of a body is a sense. Is it real? It's an appearance. Is it different or better or superior or the central place in which everything else appears? Absolutely not. Everything is an appearance. And like we talked about energy and atoms and like if everything is energy, then a sense of a body is the same energy. The keyboard is actually energy too.
Yeah.
And the space in which everything is appearing, there is no center, there's no starting point, there's no finishing point, there is no anything point to it. Like, so, and then if you look at this carefully and honestly, like you'll see that it's in constant moving. It's constant movement, but nothing's really moving because it's the seeing which you can't describe where it's coming from or where it originated from or what it is in any way. All you can say is that it is. All you can say is that it's a being in. It's a being in what? We don't know. What's it in? Is it in? Is it out? There isn't. It's just what is being seen. And in that are the objects of movement. And the movement can be the sense of a body or a thought or an idea or the whole universe. The whole of creation, actually, the whole cosmos and you know, multiverses and black holes and everything is included in it, in this movement, which is always appearing in the same sense of aliveness, same sense of immediate nowness, so anything that is going on, any questions, any philosophical debates, any psychological arguments, any place you want to go and describe this, explain this, see this, understand this, you know, really get it or not get it or get in it and get out of it and be in it and be more in it and be deeper in it and be not deeper in it. It has to always be in it's appearing in the same appearing. It's appearing in the same sense of now, in the same sense of aliveness, in the same sense of presence. So it collapses like a whole idea of spirituality. It's this idea of spirituality or non-duality itself. Even the topic of non-duality is an absolute joke, because it's an appearance of vibration of energy, describing things in a certain particular way, equal to and no different to any other energy, describing and explaining or appearing in a certain way. So, and I'm not dismissing non-duality. It's just an equal vibrational energy. It's in the freaking appearance. So we can just talk about like what we're going to have for lunch, really, and it could be equally as valid and equally as revealing in sometimes. I'll just pause for a moment. Angie says everything is an assumption. Nothing can be proven. And I think this exactly.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Angie.
And that's the same. Yes, and movement. And then she says further, movement is an appearance too.
Totally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's all that was being described is the appearance. We're describing the appearance and how it appears, but to who it appears for or to what it appears to is unknowable. What or where can the appearance appear to be appearing to, you know, or for, or it's not, it's just appearing. You can only say it's just an appearance. You can't say it's appearing for, or it's appearing here, or it's appearing there, or it's, you can only say it's an appearance. It's an appearance, appearing. And you don't know what anything actually is. But, you know, then, and even describing it is an appearance. Actually, even describing this is a microphone is an appearance. So the description is a packet of energy appearing in the same appearance, describing some other part of the appearance. Appearances within appearances, and descriptions within descriptions, and you know, mirrors within mirrors, and sort of smoke and mirrors. So, I mean, the point of that is really like that you can't, there's no place to hang your hat, there's no place to resolve, to find, to a resolution, a resting place, a clear seeing place, an enlightened place. There is no, yeah, exactly. So, which is really the cool essence of all this is that there actually is there's no future progression, there's no actual planning, there's no 3,000 more hours of meditation to see clearly and stay in that place and remain in that place and not get shifted and not be able to be moved from that place of clear seeing, because it's an appearance. So whether it appears that I feel like a body or I feel like I am the expanded whole universe, it's an appearance. It's always an appearance. So that takes the relief away from any practice, any place of attaining, any place of fixing, undoing, unraveling, healing. And yet all the appearance of all those things may well continue and possibly will. Yeah, so that was a bit of thanks for listening to my jargon. Next.
Awesome. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. And we have quite a few people again here with us. We have Catherine, we have Dave, we have Estelle, Catherine, Bill, Andrew, Deborah, and Charles, Peter, Jyoti, Jenny. And Jenny's a night owl and is sending much love now. Thank you, Jenny. But those are all people who are on Facebook Live, and it would be just probably much easier because we may eventually give up on that idea of streaming still through and just stay on Zoom. So if you guys could join us on Zoom, the rules on Zoom are basic. We don't pull anyone. We don't call the names and ask people. We don't expose anyone who don't want to be exposed. We don't want to, we don't expect anyone to show their face if they're not comfortable, if they're not, camera shy or anything. And if you don't want to speak, you're happy with typing, we also read the comments that are here in the chat box. And
Rowan writes, says, and without words, without words or thoughts, what could be said about it?
Yeah, that's again. And again, and another stressing on the fact that there is no choice maker here. So the fact that we are gathering, the fact that those meetings are shifting to this format, the fact that I don't know what I'm going to say in 1 minute and I'm just going to be discovering it as much as you do. There is no choice maker. It's just life spontaneously unfolding. And it is futile, says Angie. So this is again to actually show it is all good, says Tibor. Yes, again, actually to show that, look, if you are still rather not speak but show up in the form of texting, we're gonna read it. We're gonna get you included. So the guys who are watching us on Facebook, please consider, because as of now, we did actually try to stream Zoom to Facebook. So it would appear, our Zoom group would appear on Facebook. But for whatever reason, it is happy to do it the other way. Again, we probably need someone couple of generations younger to figure it out.
It's a great analogy, actually, what you just said. It's 100% instant live streaming. Spontaneous.
Yay!
Fresh.
Constant live stream.
Constant live stream. From where? From where? I don't know.
And yes, that's life is streaming itself, and it's see how it streams itself through, like a light of the distant stars that wouldn't even be there if they didn't appear in your dream, if you couldn't recognize them as there. And right now, if you couldn't imagine them as there, because I don't see any stars right here, right now, but I can recall the picture of a star and project it and imagine. So that incredible capacity of streaming, multi-dimensional way of experiencing itself. What a mystery, what a miracle. And all of it, only now. So missing out on that, what a waste. Though it is impossible to miss out on that, because even if the life is streaming, completely covered up with the imagination, with imaginary drama of separation, whether on the sky of awareness, that is also just what's happening. And recognizing that this weather is only here now and this too shall pass, brings the spontaneous appreciation. If not for the pain, the pleasure couldn't have been experienced. If not for the sadness, there would be no joy. So even that spontaneous moment of the darkness makes the light knowable. So just stepping back again, relaxing and noticing that this fleeting moment of here now that will never be the same again, that is only now and is only because I am, only because of the presence of awareness. This fleeting moment of life streaming itself and receiving itself in that stream, through that stream, in that shape, that kind of stops the mind. Ooh, wow. Even if it doesn't, yes?
It's okay, keep going. Oh. And the recognition is spontaneous too. And the feeling like a separate person is spontaneous, and everything is spontaneous. But when it comes up, like and the the differences, the changeability of it all, it's stunning. Like it's all spontaneous occurrence of nothing appearing as these things, as these movements in these different patterns, presenting as feeling separate or feeling clear or sensing clarity or whatever. Excuse
How's it going, guys?
Hey, hi John, how are you? Yeah, thank you for joining us. If you have something to say or contribute or write, please just unmute and join us. Join the discussion.
Sorry, give me a sec.
Okay. Yeah, it's no pressure, no expectations. Just whatever's easy, whatever's natural. It is just an exploration. We share the experience, preferably direct experience rather than the theoretical situations that often come up also in the meetings, and they are often also a good conversation starters. Okay, I understand. I remember hearing that many times in Bob's meetings. I understand it now. I resonate with that now. But I'll go home. I will go to work, and there is bullying happening, and there is this happening, and then I forget. Yeah. So the one that remembers, the one that understands, the one that forgets is another appearance. That's just the content of the dream also. I understand. I forget. There is a presence without which the I understand and I forget is not possible.
And the forgetting and the remembering and the understanding and the non-understanding all appear in this, all appearances.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and they're all like spontaneous, and they're all immediate, and they're all just there.
Yes.
And they're all appearing in this now, this same, like that's always there. No matter what the colours and the shapes and and that they look like.
Yeah, and we got a few more people joining, so welcome. Thank you for joining us. This is just gonna be easier for everyone than streaming live with two phones. And you are also welcome to just unmute and say hi and
Type a question or a comment.
Yes.
Got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. The time's flying. Yeah, you didn't say that.
Oh,
It better be good.
No pressure.
Check us out, Brendan.
No pressure.
That's it.
Transmitting silence. Streaming silence.
nothing's actually coming up.
No sync is good.
Yeah.
That's
No,
okay.
I've got nothing to say.
Perfect. Yeah.
Well, you lose no spiritual demerit points.
Yeah, nothing.
Well, you know, the best teachers, they say, teach in silence. Well, there you go.
Bit quiet, though, that's okay.
No, that's okay. Yeah.
Christian.
I was just going to say, I'm still thinking about this, the drop going back to the ocean, and you can't get the same drop out, and the light filling, the electricity filling the light bulb and then being withdrawn again. Yet I'm still going to,
Hey, hello.
Hey.
Hey, I just wanted to.
Sorry.
I got some of my friends over here. Can you get a brief down on what this is mainly about?
Oh, that's, look, we almost wrapping up right now. It's almost 12 o'clock. We are here for the 90 minutes. It is a non-duality exploration. So we basically explore the basic predicament that the separation, sense of identity, sense of being a person, leaving the world in this, so-called life, which is more dreamlike,
That's how I feel. I feel like I'm in a dream most of the time.
Yeah,
Where are you guys from? It's pretty 12 o'clock. Where are you guys from?
We are in Melbourne, Australia, and as I say, we nearly done. You can explore if you look at Sailor Bob Adamson website. You can explore some of our other meetings and join us next week, perhaps a bit earlier. And yeah, we just about to wrap up. But welcome to our group.
Welcome to everyone.
And everyone, yes, absolutely. We are glad that you actually did. We have 11 people there.
Hey, what time is it for you guys again?
12 o'clock. Right now is 12 o'clock. Where are you?
Oh, for me, it's
I'm in
like
California.
8 o'clock. It's like 8 o'clock for me.
Oh, yeah. Okay. 8 o'clock. Wow. All right. Day before. Yeah, actually.
Hey,
Yeah.
Brandon, what time was it for you? I couldn't see.
It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah. That's 8. And for you, John?
It's almost 5 o'clock.
Almost 5. Okay. Yes. So what I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna just put on Bob's website where the link to the Zoom meeting is. I'm gonna put local times. So next week you can actually check the local times wherever you are located. So you can join us a bit earlier and just enjoy the whole meeting.
Of course. Yeah, I like your guys' energy. You guys have great
Sounds
energy.
good.
Yeah, thank you. It is actually, it is actually quite a joyous exploration
You have a
because.
very beautiful smile.
You guys, you've just been Zoom bombed. Brandon live streaming on TikTok. So,
Yeah.
What?
We'll wrap it up now anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna be wrapping up because we have further commitments. So I will update the timing on Bob's website and join us earlier next week. And we're gonna get Christian finish the sentence.
I was just going to say,
All right,
I'm going to sort of finish it with an open question, I guess, then,
Hey, what was his name?
which is when the drop returns to the ocean or the electricity is retracted from the light and becomes its pure source, whether it remains a knower and all things that are know remain as that knower, as that like an individual, as opposed to like one big knowing. So I would impute that, and I'm not saying I'm right, I'm just saying that it remains an individual knower. And so there's lots of individual knowers that become all these different things and have all this infinite potential and the ability to all be omniscient. Yet they never, this doesn't just become like one big being, or it's not just one big being doing it all. There's like multitudes of beings, yet they all have that infinite potential, which is hard to get our minds around. Like they're all omniscient, they're all unlimited, yet we're all unlimited, we're all at our source, that's our potential. So it's just like, and we can fill different shapes, different lights, become different things, and completely with no trace of what we were before, yet that energy life. So so some people might say it returns to the ocean and becomes something different or merges with others, but I'm saying that I think it always remains as an individual, but not with any characteristic.
How about you are the ocean in the drop? You are the ocean in every expression. Yeah.
I was going to say, like, they and we are that.
Yes.
And everything is that.
Yes.
Sorry, David said something. What was that?
Yeah,
I said it, you are me, we're all one.
Thanks, guys.
That's right.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. We're going to be
Tune in
here back
earlier.
again.
Join the website. Have a look online.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Yes, next week.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.